Things you wouldn't believe unless they were caught on camera. This one is really trippy.
Okay, so these three friends were walking down the street when suddenly one of them freezes in mid-step with everything else still moving. The next thing you know, it starts moving again. What is going on here? Follow.
Okay, Alex, the live streamer, asked me to do a duet here. What's interesting here, the dog acknowledges this, but it's not aggressive. Like, he didn't feel threatened. I've seen eyes like this at the Gates of Hell Cemetery before, but this is an interesting video.
Disturbing facts that will ruin your day, Part 9. You can't die of old age. Only from diseases brought on by age. This man was buying cigarettes from his hospital bed in 1950. After death, the enzymes from your digestive system begin to digest your body. You can get stuck on a plain toilet if you flush while sitting down, and your body forms a perfect seal on the vacuum toilet.
Okay, I have a crazy story and an iPhone trick that you need to try. Let me explain. Under the streets of Paris is over 200 miles of tunnels called the catacombs. You can walk for days, and no one knows just how far the tunnels go. But a group of urban explorers used a new feature on the iPhone 12 Pro to start mapping the tunnels in 3D, and the models are wild. Keep in mind, all of this is usually pitch black. The spiral entrance really shows just how deep you are. Everything is covered with graffiti, and each room has a story, like this one where people actually threw raves in the 80s. Like for more.
I've had an entity follow me around since I was a child. Let me turn up the brightness. My sister sent me a picture of her braids. This was in the background. I've tried everything to get rid of it. Nothing works. That's my room. Please help a sis out.
Man sold his soul to the devil to play the blues. Well, at least that's how the legend goes. In real life, he was Robert Johnson, born May 8, 1911 in Mississippi. He had an intense upbringing but took refuge in music. He would go to the local venues and try to play guitar during the break, but the local blues musicians weren't too impressed and they would ask him to stop. So he left and he wasn't seen for a couple of years. Nobody really knew where he was, but when he came back, he was jaw-droppingly good at guitar. So much so that a legend was born that Robert Johnson sold his soul to the devil at a crossroads in order to become a talented musician. Obviously that's just a myth, but somehow Johnson became one of the greatest blues musicians to ever live, and he did it in a very short period of time, because at only 27 years of age, he died under mysterious circumstances, giving birth to the infamous 27 Club and cementing his already insane legacy.
On June 1st, the Pentagon will produce its most complete report to date on UFOs and UAPs. This was at the behest originally of former President Donald Trump, who gave the U.S. intelligence agencies 6 months to reveal what they know about UFOs and reveal it to Congress. This report will include discussions about incidents and sightings that cannot be explained with present-level human technology.
Today we're looking at some creepy photos with even creepier stories behind them, part 2. Let's get it started. During the 1960s, Edward Pazna would wear this rubber mask while breaking into people's homes. This psychopath would rape and torture women and children. This picture was the only evidence police had until they finally caught him with his mask in 1971 during a routine traffic stop. Could you imagine seeing this guy walking into your house? The Sensabaugh Tunnel in Tennessee is known to have great evil and to be avoided at all costs. It's said to be the site of various child murders. People going through this tunnel report hearing screams and crying, and seeing phantoms in the rearview mirror approaching the car. They've also seen strange lights rushing towards them from the other side of the tunnel. This lone tree atop Gallows Hill is from Salem, Massachusetts. This tree is where many women were hung because they were accused of witchcraft. This was during the Salem witch trials in the 1600s.
Hey everyone, it's Rachel Fisher and welcome back to Creepy Last Voicemails.
I'm in South and they're trying to hurt me. I need help. Call the ambulance, please. I'm stuck here. They blocked my Wi-Fi. They took my boarding pass away.
The next one we're talking about is the last voicemails of Canadian man Nara Peish, whose vacation with his friends ended in his mysterious death. Peish was traveling with his friends and had just come back from Cambodia, but when they reached Thailand, he decided he wanted to try and go home. While at an airport in Laos, Nara was held up by authorities there, and as his voicemails show, things got darker by the second. Soon they took his passport, cut off his Wi-Fi, and not even the cab drivers would let him leave. Next thing we know, Peish ends up gruesomely murdered, and they try to rule it as a suicide. Apparently, Peish had somehow insulted the Cambodian Prime Minister Hun Sen, and the result was obviously deadly. To this day, no one really knows what happened. Like and follow for more.
I feel like everyone's heard of the movie The Ring, and if you haven't, it's basically a movie about a cursed tape that if anyone watches it, you'll end up dying. Well, it just so happens that the original tape was leaked to YouTube. If this video gets 1,000 comments, I'll react to it on my YouTube. This is known as the original cursed video. The original cursed video of The Ring was leaked to the internet. It says that anyone that watches the video ends up dying. Well, I just dropped a new YouTube video reacting to it, and the first 100 people to like and comment will get a shout out.